Hello, my name is Corey Quicken, and this is my lab assignment 3 for Biology 251. As you can see, I just have my assignment with the e-signs tabs open, as well as what I'm supposed to be identifying. And I'm going to start with my sheep heart. You can also see I'm not wearing safety goggles because I found them broken in my box. So I'll have to get a new pair. Alright, so let's start with the anterior portion of the sheep heart here. So the first is the pericardium and the epicardium. So the pericardium is like the fibrous sheet that lines the outside, not obviously the fat, but the outside of the heart here. And the epicardium is how do I explain this? The innermost layer of the pericardium. Up here will be the base, this area up here. This is the apex down here. And the right auricle, it's atrium, will be up here, just like you'll have the right ventricle down here. And then the left atrium will be in this area. And this will be, this is the left atrium, and this is the left ventricle. And then for the pulmonary trunk, we spin the heart. It's hard to see, but I believe that's the atrium in this area. This area would be the pulmonary trunk. All right, so I've made a coronal cut to open up my heart. So the first thing we're looking at is the myocardium, which is this muscle up here, versus the endocardium, which is the smoother muscle on the inner chambers of the heart. The right atrium, let's see if I can open this up. It's gonna be the top part up here, where my pointer is. And then down below will be the right ventricle. So I didn't have a superior and inferior vena cava, but they definitely insert into the atrium in here. I can stick most of my probe down in there. And then the tricuspid valve, you can see all the cord tendon right in here, and the pulmonary semilunar valve. Boom, right in there. So here we have the right side of the heart. So I actually there was no external aorta to go through, so I actually found the opening and passed it through into the right ventricle with my probe. So that would be the aorta. The bicuspid valve we can see right here. And then obviously the left ventricle. This is really thick muscular one down here. And then the pulmonary semilunar valve is going to be right in there. All right, so I finally have my fetal pig opened up. So this is the heart. The outer layer is the pericardium, which you have here. This muscle down here is the diaphragm. It's the base of the lungs and the heart. The internal jugular. I had to dig it out with the blue here. Versus the external jugular, which is up here. Then you have the right jugulars and the left jugular. I believe this to be the superior vena cava. And they actually helped out by clamping it off. Runs directly to the heart. The aorta is this little red vessel down here underneath this blue one you see. And the blue one's the brachiocephalic artery. I have the subclavian artery here. And the right carotid artery. respiratory system of this pig. So here is going to be the larynx, and this is the trachea. You can tell by the hard rings. Lungs, you can see. So this pig has 6 lungs. So you got 1, 2. Oh, sorry. 2, 3. Then he's got 3 on this side. Sorry, my pig's a little turned. Makes it trying to get a better shot here. So in humans, there's only 5, but there's 3 on the right and 2 on the left. Let's see, the thoracic duct, it's actually easier to show the hilus point, which is where my probe is down here. You can see all the vessels going in there. And the thoracic duct, it says external lungs, but I actually had to dig for it. It's right in here, and you can see my probe is just kind of chilling in it. I can't really get a good shot of it without actually tearing them out. The visceral pleura, I mean, that's just the muscle going on over here. The bronchus, so you'll have the trachea come down and it'll split into 2 right and left main stem bronchi. So down in, oh, I'm not showing it on my thing. You know, these lungs, so it will break off. There you go. And it'll come down here, into here, and it'll go right, and it'll go left. And then diaphragm, that's this muscle at the base of the lungs here. Our last section is going to be the lymphatic section. So the right lymphatic duct should be here. I don't really know how to identify what a lymph node looks like, but I assume they're attached. This is the right side coming down. It's gonna be somewhere right there. The cistern chili will be down in the abdominal region, kind of right at the base here. Left internal jugular. I mean, we've already identified that earlier. And the subclavian veins, which come out to here. You can see them. Cervical region lymph nodes. They're going to be probably over more towards inward here. Their axillary region ones. And that's his armpit, so down in here, as well as the inguinal, which is the belly ones, which I'm sure are buried beneath this structure. The thymus is going to be this area here, and then his spleen. This one got me. I can't find his spleen. I've got his liver, got the small intestines, the large intestines. I've even found his stomach. And I wish I had better lighting to show you. It's supposed to be right here, but I, for the life of me, cannot find it. It's not buried beneath. I've even found his kidneys. I mean, I assume this isn't the spleen. This looks more like large intestine. But I'm assuming it's on the base of his stomach here. But it's not like the other spleens I've seen in my previous anatomy classes.